Hello, good morning, my dear friends. This is Bivas Ghosh. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will show you how the data can be entered through a form which is designed very easily without using any VB or macro. Whenever data size is huge, say some thousands of data, then it is very difficult to enter the data or retrieve the data or edit the data directly into Excel sheet. So if there is in a form, then retrieving the data or searching the data or entering the data or editing the data, entering new data, it becomes easier. But making data entry form normally involves some complexity because it normally requires a BVA or macro. But here I will show first that how can it be done without BVA or macro. Basic objective of this file is not that data entry from form without VBA. Later on in next some videos I will show you how it can be made with macro also, and that gives some better advantage. But main objective of this file is how to maintain a big database in Excel so that your data is easily retrieved, data entry is also retrieved, many checks will be there, and the report generating report also will be easier, and report will talk for you. That means from the report you can make a decision why we maintain the data in an Excel sheet. It is basically data is kept or structured, stored in such a way so that data retrieving is very easy and it picks for you. Your decision making becomes easier. That is the reason. And in one file, that all the data and previous year, all the years together data should be there. Otherwise, you cannot compare from year to year or month to month, all these things. So large data is always advantage, and you make a good average because you have the large database, but if it is very small average, small data size, then average is meaningless. So that's why maintaining a big database for years together, the same file is always advantageous provided it is kept in a very structured way and data retrieving or report making is easier. That is the main objective of this today's video, but it will be a big video. So in today it will not be complete, it is part 1 only. In the part 2 or part 3 I will complete, maybe 3 or 4 video will be there. Today I will show the basic things, how to make a database in Excel and how the data can be entered, the form, data entry form without any VBA and no VBA, without any VBA or macro. We will take some attendance data sheet of any industry, just it is arbitrary, this is just an example only. When because of COVID-19 that finger punch or biometrics is stopped, then it is very difficult to maintain a attendance of say 500 people or 200 people data entry or exit through the gate, all these things maintaining manually in Excel book is very difficult. But if it is made in a very structured way, it is possible. That for that example I will show you. Before going to this attendance database, let me talk about some basic things, basic rules we have to maintain while making a database. Otherwise, data cannot be maintained in a structured way, or retrieving data will not be fruitful. Number 1 is no merging of cell, preferably no blank cell. Whenever we make a table, there should not be any blank cell, no cell should be merged. 2 or 3 cells cannot be merged. It should be purely tabular form. purely tabular form. No summary field, no average, no count, max, mean, all these things, nothing. Only raw data we will be keeping, and no, we will try to keep it minimum formula fields, because that will unnecessarily load the Excel sheet, and your data will be, your Excel sheet will be slower. And each column, that whenever we make it a table, as because in table there are some headers, column name, that should be, there must be some header name. It should not be, it should be unique. The same name cannot be used for the multiple column. Sanctity of data must be maintained. It means no mixing of data. That means numerical, or if it is numerical field, then you have to always write the numerical data only. If it is a boolean type, that means yes or no, true or false, then only true and false or yes no will be there. And most important thing is date. Often people confuse about the date. I will show you elaborately what I want to mean by the date, how date should be maintained in Excel sheet. First, you have to decide, you have to fix your date format in your computer. You have to know what is the format in your computer, date format, DDMM, YY or YYMMDD. What is your date separator, slash, hyphen, whatever it may be. You have to write date in that particular format. Then only Excel will accept it as a date. If it is a date in Excel, then you can extract the month, you can extract the year, you can extract the day or weekday name, that is Monday, Sunday, like that. That you can do. Excel accept 01/01/1900 as the first day of the calendar. So in the Excel, before that nothing will be accepted. So that is one. And at the back of the Excel, actually it is kept stored as a number. So 01/01/1900 is the number 1 for the Excel, and from that day 01/01/1900, say today is 20th May. So this is the, whatever may be the format, actually it is keeping in a number. That is why addition between two dates or subtracting between two dates is possible, because at the back end both are 2 dates or 3 dates, whatever it may be, it is the number. In the front end, whatever may be the format, whatever we want to show in the format we like, that will be shown. But actually at the back end it is a number only. So that is very important. And whenever you write the date, you select this type of format, change to format. If it is Excel is doing this, then that means Excel is accepting it as a date. It is very, very important. If you change, even if you, after writing your date format correctly, if you change your computer date format now, then you close and open the Excel file, this will be automatically changed to new format, because Excel already registered it as a date. So there will be no harm if you change even your date format from today to tomorrow or whatever it may be. Once it is registered as a date, Excel will automatically arrange it as a date. There is no problem. But at the first you must write as a date only. As per, you see, I have one data sheet here which is having 4,16,590 data. As it is kept in a very structured way, so this sort of report is available. You can go for any financial year or any quarter wise you can see, or you can accordingly, graph is also being made automatically. Nothing you have to do manually. Once it is done, then it is ready for years together. But if you maintain the data in a non-structured way. Just see this example. For each date there is a data. For each date there is one separate sheet. So how can you maintain what is the month average, month maximum, all these things? And also very difficult to maintain this. And end of this at the end of the sheet there is a summary, all these things in each page, each sheet that is there. But if I maintain it just simply keeping the data and report is made like that, then what is that? You see how much advantageous it is. Data retrieving is how beautiful. It's easier. It shows your trend, all these things, break up all these things. So that is why keeping data in a structured way is very important. Another important thing is whenever we prepare a database, there are mainly two types of data. One is master data. That means that is used as a library. Once uploaded, normally in the day-to-day basis it is not required. Like here, if in our example in the attendance database, employee attendance record sheet, employee database is the master data, because employee's name, employee code, father's name, designation, which company he belongs to, all these things are same, it remains same. This will be used in the daily transaction database, where the people are coming with date and time, all these things, time stamping will be there. So normally master database is not required to update regular basis. If somebody leaves the company or somebody joins new, then only you need to add. Otherwise, once added, it is not required in the master database. And daily transaction database, whatever happening in daily basis, in a store, how many items are transacted, issued or returned, all these things. This is daily transaction. But what is the item list? That is more or less master data, that is fixed. Only few items are sometimes added or sometimes deleted, all these things. So with this basic conception, I will now let me switch over to main Excel sheet. So coming to the Excel, let me show you the report page also. Here the date you can select, and how many days you can select, and press this get data button. So your graph will be automatically generated. Though today I will not be showing you how it is done, because otherwise video will be long one. In next video I will show. So now coming to today's topic, let us come to this sheet. Here is some data of some people. So we have to enter the data through form, because it is a long data. So data entering or editing is difficult. So make it easier, we will introduce form without any code. Here one thing you have to keep in mind, that you have to place your cursor anywhere in the middle of anywhere in the table, and data must be in perfectly tabular form. If you keep it outside the table, then it will not happen. So how can you introduce the form? Go to File, then Option, then Customize Ribbon, and we have to select commands not in the ribbon. Then we have to select the form, this one. Now we have to add. You see some pop-up is there, command needs to be added to custom groups. In 2013 and onwards, you have to first create a group under any tab. You can select any tab. Suppose I am selecting data tab. Under this data I have to create new group, and I can rename this new group, say data entry form. then add. So under this data tab, data entry form customized, under that form is there. If it is 2007 Excel, then it can be directly straight away added. No need to customize this tab. Now let me press OK, and you see in the data tab, not in home, it is if I go to switch over to data tab, then you see that the form is the data entry form, the form. Just click this. So what will happen now? You see that 926 data one by one you can scroll. You can scroll to, and whichever is formula field, that is automatically taken up. That you need not, you can't change. So find previous, you can navigate that, find previous, all these things. You can select the criteria also. You can select the criteria also, and for so we can update any existing, we can add new, all these things, and also selecting criteria, suppose date within some valid range, or if it is number, then within some valid maximum number within that. All these things are possible. This is okay, very effective. But making form through user data entry for form through VBA or macro, there is some advantage. Suppose I have made one such thing. So this is the form I have made with some coding is there. Here this, you see that value list is there. All these things are there, and you can select any number, so corresponding all these things, even the photo is coming, you can select photo from somewhere, you can save it, like that. Many more advantages also there, but it needs some, you need to have the coding knowledge, and you have to apply this. So today's video is not about this thing. In the next video I will show you how can I add this form, how can I make, what is the code behind it, and how the photo can be faced or saved, all these things. So that's all today. I think I hope that this is useful